All right, so are you Trisha Tarant?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
And
Notice how we're diving in instantly. No small talk, no warm-up. This is a murder plea deal. And in court, that means every single word will carry life-altering consequences.
24 DCCR 1217. And Mr. Brewer, will your client waive the formal reading of the indictment?
We will, Your Honor.
Mr.
Mr. Cook, by the way.
Mr. Cook, I'm so sorry.
That's- Mr. Brewer was the guy that's actually on the he's on
Gotcha.
vacation.
Thank you, Mr. Cook. And Mr. Tarrant, before we get started, I'm going to make sure that we're all on the same page. I know the clerk had you swear in, but she said that you didn't answer out loud, so I want to make sure we are all clear, that the record's clear. So the best you can, would you please raise your right hand for me? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this hearing will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. And it looks like in cause number 24-1217, the state has elected to proceed on the lesser included offense of the first-degree felony murder, and that
consequences. Here's where psychology kicks in. A fast guilty can mean acceptance of responsibility or pure desperation to end the process. Viewers, what do you think? Genuine remorse?
May 21st of 2021, and how do you plead to that charge?
Guilty.
Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you pleading guilty because you actually did what they've charged you
Yes,
with?
ma'am.
I have here on the computer some documents that have your signature on them that the state's marked as exhibit number 1. Before you signed these, did you go over them with Mr. Cook?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you fully understand them?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you understand, if I follow the agreement that you made with the district attorney, that you'll be waiving or giving up any right, or not the district attorney, the state's attorney, that you'll be waiving or giving up any right to appeal?
Yes, ma'am.
And it looks like the agreement, is that an 8 or a 0? Is it 20?
20 years, Your Honor.
Okay. The pins are, make it a little bit funny.
Could you please get the 2 and put an 8?
I got, yes, sir.
Makes
Yes,
a
sir.
little bit of difference.
Yes, sir. And so you understand, if I follow this agreement, you're waiving any right to appeal?
Yes, ma'am.
Also, sir, do you understand, if you're not a U.S. citizen, that a plea of guilty or no contest may result in your deportation, exclusion from admission to the country, or denial of naturalization under federal law?
Yes, ma'am.
State tenders number 1.
No objection.
It's admitted. Is there any evidence that Mr. Tarrant is not competent?
No, Your Honor.
All right, sir, I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Find that you're mentally competent and you understand the nature and the consequences of that plea. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and at this time find you guilty of the first-degree felony offense of murder.
Or just wanting the clock to start ticking? Look at that. Even a pen slip matters in court. A scribble could mean 28 years instead of 20. Imagine your entire future hinging on how clear someone's handwriting is. That's how razor-thin the margin for error can be.
You, in accordance with your agreement, to a term of 20 years in the Institutional Division of the Texas Department of Corrections. You do receive credit on that sentence for any time that you've been in custody that the law gives you the right to receive. That will run consecutive to cause number 16808 out of Van Zant County, Texas. I am going to hand you in just a second the trial court certification that shows this was an agreement that I followed, and so you have waived your right to appeal. You are also going to be handed a written admonishment regarding your ineligibility to possess a firearm or ammunition.
Okay.
I'm required to read this to you. Because of the judgment entered against you, you're ineligible under Texas law to possess a firearm or ammunition. Possession of a firearm or ammunition could lead to charges against you. Firearm is a legal term, and you should read the written admonishment I provide you to see what devices qualify as a firearm. If you have questions about the laws that make you ineligible to possess a firearm or ammunition, or about how long that lasts, you can talk to Mr. Cook. And it's my understanding that
This is the bombshell. Consecutive means stack the years like bricks. He finishes one sentence, then starts the next. If it were concurrent, both would run together. That tiny
victim impact statement, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, let's do this. If we can, Mr. Lewis, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was going to submit it to the court, Your Honor.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if somebody was here or if they
They're
wanted
watching on Zoom.
Okay,
They're watching the proceeding. I'm in communication with them. They are fine with me submitting it.
okay. Thank you. And did you want to read it out loud for them or just submit it to the court?
I can read it out loud.
Okay.
It's not very long.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. And we'll go off the record.
Word swap can mean decades more behind bars. Now, the law steps aside for raw humanity. This is the one moment where the victim's family speaks directly, not through lawyers, not through filings. And trust me, even through Zoom,
I wanted to know why this happened. I was extremely sad and just miss him. I felt helpless because I knew I was never going to see him again. I wanted answers. I wanted to hug him. I thought he was only going to be at that facility 3 days and then he was going to be released. We even prepared his room for his arrival, but that day never came because he was murdered. My son was not a rebellious person. He had reconciled with the Lord and was ready to come home.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank y'all. You're free to go back with the bailiff.
Does he get the copy?
Yes, he can have those copies. All right, thank you. Good morning. Are you Edmone Latulis? And this is 24-2057. Ms. Latulis is charged with abandoning or endangering a child. And what is the announcement?
We've met a couple of times, me and Mr. Hoffpower. This involves the death of a child, and so we're still needing a little bit more time.
Sure.
There's also another, we've got a co-defendant, a driver of the vehicle.
Okay.
She was the passenger.
So we're not sitting on this by any stretch.
Yeah.
We've been talking, it's just a unique one and there's a lot of things.
So I'll do a normal rate reset so y'all can go through more discovery, see where you get. Ms. Latulis, make sure you stay in touch with Ms. Holmes so that you know what's going on. And when she receives information from Mr. Hoffpower, y'all can go over that together and we'll see where we get at the next court date. All right? You're free to go. Good morning. You're Zuli Valasila. And Ms. Valasila is charged in 24 DCCR 1364 with burglary of a habitation. And what is the announcement?
Yes, Your Honor. I spoke with Mr. Nichols previously. There is some information that he would like for my client to provide to the state that we're working on.
Okay.
So we can get some time to get that.
All right. Any issues that you see?
Judge, that's with respect to some additional.
So I'm going to do just a normal reset. Any information that you have, you need to make sure and get that to Ms. Holmes quickly so that she can get it to Mr. Nichols, and that way we can see where we are at that next court date with regard to an announcement, okay? All right, you're free to go. Thank you. Good morning. You're Crystal Vogan. And will your client waive the formal reading of the indictment?
She does, Judge.
Ms. Vogan, in clause number 250026, you're charged with the state jail felony offense of theft of property from February 9th of 2023. And how do you plead to that charge? Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily? And are you pleading guilty because you actually did what they've charged you with? Have here on the computer some documents that have your signature on them that the state has marked as exhibit number 1. Before you signed these, did you go over them with Mr. Lewis? Do you fully understand them?
this lands heavy. That single line, "We prepared his room," hits harder than any legal argument. It snaps the courtroom back to reality. This isn't just paperwork, it's a stolen life. That's why victim impact statements exist.
And do you understand, if I follow the agreement that you've made with the district attorney, that you will be waiving or giving up any right to appeal? And it looks like the agreement that you've reached is for a 4-year deferred adjudicated probation. There would be a $1,000 fine, and you would be required to follow all of the rules and conditions of probation. Also, do you understand, if you're not a U.S. citizen, that a plea of guilty or no contest may result in your deportation, exclusion from admission to the country, or denial of naturalization under federal law? I've got to ask everyone. State tenders number 1.
No objection, Judge.
It's admitted. Is there any evidence that Ms. Bogan is not competent?
No, Judge.
Is there restitution or no?
Your Honor, I believe that was covered, but I still think that we need to do a PSI.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Find that you're mentally competent and you understand the nature and the consequences of your plea. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, I'm going to reset your case so that the probation department can do a pre-sentence report. That'll just give me more information about you, your case, and then we'll come back later for sentencing.
Wild, right? From decades in prison to a few years of probation. That's the justice system's balancing act. Punishment isn't one size fits all. The law weighs the crime, the intent, and the context. But do you think it always gets the balance right?
You need to stop and talk to probation on your way out of the courtroom today, and she's sitting at that desk right there. All right? We'll see you back at sentencing. Thank you. Good morning, sir. You're James Rucker?
Yes, ma'am.
And this is cause numbers 24-1348 and 24-1349. And what is the announcement?
Judge, first, this was the one where the government had to do an amended indictment. That was done. So my pending motion to quash, I believe the court can just...
And just like that, another case hits the pause button. Resets can feel anticlimactic, but they're strategic, buying time, gathering leverage, and sometimes pushing one side to make a deal. Think of it like a chess match in slow motion.
simply ignore. We're now satisfied with the
That's what I
indictment.
wanted to find out. So you are satisfied with the way it is, then I will grant that second motion to amend the indictment, make that modification, and then the motion to quash will go away. All right, so where does that leave us then?
I think the state's in a position where we'll be making an offer pretty quickly, and hopefully we'll get this thing moved.
Okay, so I'll do one more reset. I'd like for this to be close to the last one. If y'all can get any offer, y'all talk about it. Make sure you stay in touch with Mr. Gallimore, and then we'll see where we get at that next court date.
Okay.
All right,
Thank
you're
you.
free to go. Thank you.
I'll send you